Good morning and welcome back to A Life Worth Living. I'm Frederick Roth. I believe God has a plan and purpose for everyone, and I have a message of hope and truth to show you a life worth living. So this morning in Deuteronomy chapter 7, we have another great lesson, and this is a lesson on what to do and how to act and how to live when God blesses us and keeps His promise. Basically, when we enter the realm of success, when we've attained, when we've reached our goal, and we've received the things that we've been working towards. Now, a lot of people just go crazy and they enjoy the success a little too much. And what I mean by that is they go out and they get all the latest toys and the gadgets and they live life high on the hog. And you know what? You've earned it. You can do that. But the problem is that will only bring temporary pleasure, temporary enjoyment, and success will only be temporary. Here is a couple lists that are found in this scripture in Deuteronomy chapter 7 that is designed to help us that when we start to succeed, when we begin to succeed, when we receive our promise and we're getting blessed, this is how we ought to act. Number one, it's very important that we stay strong and courageous. See, Israel was about to enter the promised land, and God was really trying to impress upon them the importance of being strong and courageous. It doesn't matter that I've given you this promise. You still need to be strong and courageous and still keep working at it and still keep expanding, if you will. Number two, remove all fear from your mind. Just because you've now reached the promised land, now that you've entered the promised land, doesn't mean that sometimes fear still doesn't enter. We're in new ground. We're in new areas. And God is saying, remove the fear from your mind. Number three, He said, don't get too big too quick. Now, this is very important. Learn to be scalable. Okay? Learn to be keep principles and precepts and systems in place so that you don't grow too quickly. Alright? When you grow too quickly, it opens up the space. You know, if you take out all the competition too quickly, it leaves room for wild beasts. For example, when they entered the promised land, if they took out too many of the nations that were already living there too quickly, it would leave room for the ground to get all crazy and thorns and thistles to grow in and wild beasts to come in, because there's lots of space, and so that would have different types of enemies come in. Then He said, we must grow by faith and determination. With faith and determination. Okay? Be scalable. Some people can grow quicker than other people. That's fine. But don't go so quickly that you miss something, that you end up opening up too many gaps so that someone else can sneak in and destroy you from within. We must grow in a consistent, scalable fashion. We must grow in a containable manner. We don't want to grow too quickly. We want to be able to contain everything as we grow. Bring new people in as we're growing and teach them the ways of how things scale with this way of success. Too much success at one time will draw you away from success. I know that sounds like an impossible thing, but that's just the way of the human condition. If we get too much at one time, we get overwhelmed, and it causes us to go crazy. I've seen it time and time again. People get a little bit of money, and they go out and buy the latest vehicle. They go out and do this, they go out and do that. And they end up worse than they were before. And there's one final warning here. Do not put your mind to the gold of others, as it will... can't even read my own writing here. Draw you away from purpose and success. Don't chase the shiny objects. Stick with your system, stick with your goals, stick with it, and grow scalably, and always have faith and determination, and be strong and courageous. God bless you. Now get out there and live a life worth living.